Hello dear fans. Republic of the Philippines, attractions and photos. The island state, located in Southeast Asia, increasingly attracts the attention of tourists who prefer to rest in hot tropical countries. As an island state, the Republic of the Philippines includes 7107 large and not-so islands, which are located in the western part of the Pacific Ocean between Taiwan and Indonesia. A fairly large amount of the island territory of this state of Southeast Asia is usually divided into three categories: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Luzon is a group of islands that occupy the northern part of the Philippine archipelago. Mindanao is the southern part of the island nation. The central part is occupied by the Visayas. If talking about the Philippines in terms of tourism, then the island state is attracted primarily by the opportunity to relax in the hot sea climate. However, despite the fairly stable temperature throughout the year, there are climatic features that should be taken into account. Namely, the formation of weather conditions can be influenced by the onset of one of three seasons: Taglamig, cold dry period; Taginit or Tagaraw, warm dry period; and Tagulan, rainy period. Cold winds blown by the northeastern monsoon dominate from December to February. The typical temperature for this period is +25, +27 degrees, precipitation is unlikely. From March to May, the hottest summer period begins, when the daytime air warms up to +34 degrees, and the average temperature of sea water is +28 degrees. The high temperatures of this season are easily tolerated thanks to the sea breeze. Finally, the island's rainy season begins in June and lasts until December. Perhaps, in climatic terms, this is the most difficult period for humans. It can be difficult for an untrained body to tolerate temperatures of +34 degrees Celsius at 100% humidity. The nature of the Philippine Islands amazes with the diversity of flora and fauna, and the underwater world can surprise even experienced scuba divers. The rainforests, covering about half of the Philippines' island territory, have more than 10,000 different types of vegetation. The fauna of the islands consists of numerous monkeys, turtles, reptiles, wild boars, porcupines, buffaloes, rare animals, tarsiers and lorises, civets, and others. The underwater world of the Philippine Islands deserves special attention. For example, Mindaro is home to 95% of all coral species in the world, over 11,000 species of mollusks, and a huge variety of coral fish. The nature of the Philippine Islands is famous for its incredible richness of flora and fauna. Rare species of mammals, birds, plants and animals can be found here. Almost every island, whether inhabited or not, has its own natural flavor. It is not an easy task to describe each of them, but it is quite possible to list a few of the most popular ones. Boracay is a small island located in the central part of the Philippine archipelago, famous for its white beaches and the incredible purity of the azure waters of the Sulu Sea. This island was opened to the public in the 60s of the last century. And during this short period of time, the island has become so popular among tourists that the development area now often extends to beaches and coastal areas. Nevertheless, the wilderness areas on Boracay are still preserved. Chocolate Hills, numerous elevations of the Earth's surface, spread over an area of 50 square kilometers, are located in the province of Bohol. With the onset of the dry season, the hills turn brown, which is where the name comes from. The rest of the time, their surface is covered with green grass. Different sources give different numbers that indicate the total number of the hills. The number is indicated from 1260 to 1776 hills that make up the complex of this natural attraction of the Philippine Islands. Puerto Princesa is an 8 kilometers long underground river located on the island of Palawan. The total length of the river is 24 kilometers. It is one of the 7 wonders of the world, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the largest river of its kind. The name of the river was given by the town of the same name, located nearby. The peculiarities of the location of the territories along the river contributed to the development of such a unique ecosystem that there and now scientists continue to discover new species of flora and fauna. Pinatubo is an active volcano located on the island of Luzon. The last volcanic eruption occurred in 1993. This place attracts with the opportunity to enjoy incredible views of nature, swim in the crater of a volcano or springs on its slopes. Reef Tabataha, stretched off the coast of the island of Palawan. It is a national marine park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The age of this unique place is approximately 15 million years. Protected from the influence of human activities, it preserves its natural biodiversity. It is home to about 400 species of coral, 500 species of fish, dolphins, and whales, a nesting place for green turtles, and in the depths there are stingrays, moray eels, barracudas, and sharks. The authorities of the Philippine Islands, trying to preserve the incredible nature of the reef, restrict tourists from visiting this place. High fees for excursions conducted here. Volcano Mayon is another of the active volcanoes on the island. It is distinguished by a regular conical shape, at the top of which you can almost always see the smoke rising to the sky. The volcano attracts tourists with its beauty and the opportunity to witness a real eruption. The territory on which the modern state of the Philippines is located was first inhabited by people more than 300,000 years ago. To be sure, the history of a civilization so ancient has a rich cultural heritage. Here are just a few of the most popular tourist attractions. Street Augustine Cathedral is the oldest medieval church in the Philippines, located in Manila. This Christian temple, which dates back to 1587, is still active today. On its walls, you can see ancient frescoes and rare carvings. American Memorial War Cemetery in Manila, covering an area of 62 hectares. In the cemetery are buried soldiers who died during the Second World War in the Philippines and the lands of New Guinea. In total, 17,201 people were added to the land. A huge well-groomed area with a perfectly trimmed lawn, regularly polished white crosses of the same shape and size. The Jews have a six-pointed star, in the aggregate make a hypnotic impression. The Quiapo Church, small basilica of the Black Nazarene, is a Catholic church located in the Manila district of Quiapo, which is said to contain the miraculous statue of the Black Nazarene, the dark statue of Jesus Christ. This place attracts a large number of pilgrims from all over the country. Tourists are interested in the church from the point of view of architecture and history of creation. Rice terraces in the Philippine Cordillera are rice paddies located on Luzon Island in Ifugao Province. Rice terraces are located on steep slopes and precisely follow their shapes. Created more than 2,000 years ago, the fields amaze with the thoughtfulness of the irrigation system. Fort San Pedro is a stone defensive fortress located on the island of Cebu, built in 1565. Now in the building of the fort there is a museum, which contains relics dating back to the times of colonization. And around the fortress there is a park where you can relax in the shade of trees. Philippines, interesting facts. Of the more than 7,107 islands that make up the Philippines, about 5,000 are not inhabited by permanent inhabitants and often do not even have names. The peculiarities of the climate and the location of the islands on the world map make the Philippines the only country where all natural disasters known to man occur. Tsunamis and typhoons, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes occur here. Manila, the capital of the Philippines, is the most populous city in the world. One of the most prestigious Miss Earth beauty pageants is held in the Philippines. Karaoke was invented by Roberto del Rosario in the Philippines, not in Japan, as is commonly believed. Prostitution is flourishing on the islands and sex tourism is developed. Such activity brings considerable income, provoking the development of the slave trade, which is a serious problem for the state. Here they calmly treat gays, transvestites, and other representatives of sexual minorities. In the Philippines, abortion is illegal and there is no divorce procedure. Therefore, marriages, as a rule, do not break up, and Filipino families often have many children. The Philippine Islands ranked first in the world for the number of discoveries of new mammalian species in recent decades. The Philippines is distinguished by the richness and diversity of biological species of animals, plants, birds, and marine life. The rarest representatives of flora and fauna on the planet Earth are found here. Thanks for watching.